Hello there, collectors. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome to my review of the Ultra Pro Eclipse Binder. If you're a TCG collector like me, you know that one of the most challenging aspects of the hobby can be to find a good way to store your trading cards. Pokemon, Disney, Lorcana, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it. Today we're going to have a look at the Ultra Pro Binder. We're going to look at whether this one actually lives up to the good brand name. We're going to look at the quality, the price, who this is for, whether you should buy this or not, and my take on this product. This is a completely unsponsored review. I don't get any money from Ultra Pro. If you'd like to support my work, consider purchasing through one of my affiliate links below or becoming a channel member. Without further ado, let's get going. Here's a quick overview of the basic specs, so to speak, of the binder. And I purchased this for around 25 euros / dollars off of Amazon. But of course, you can find different prices online and offline depending on where you live. Go support your local game stores if you can. And just from the specs perspective, 360 cards fit in the binder and it's PVC and acid free, etc. It all looks fine. There's nothing that stands out too much. There's nothing spectacular right there. I try to be as objective as possible while still giving you a personal opinion where I think it's important. And this is the points that I'm handing out for each category. Let's begin with the easiest one, the binding mechanism. That's really just a binary choice, 0 or 1 point. If it has rings, it gets 0. If it doesn't, it gets 1. This one doesn't have any rings. That's good for the card's safety inside the binder. I know I was chastised in the comments on my big binders review video and comparison, and there was someone saying, no, rings are fine, they're not going to damage the cards, blah, blah, blah. I disagree. If the binder has rings, that's bad. This one doesn't. That's 1 point. Next up, capacity. If you purchase a binder, it should hold the number of cards you want it to, right? This one holds 360 cards. They also make a 12-pocket version that holds 480, if I'm not mistaken. So here, I'd say this passes the test, gets 1 out of 2. It doesn't exceed it. There's nothing spectacular. You can purchase mega large versions of this, but 360 and 480 are usually enough for most binders and for most people's needs. In my opinion, the overall quality of the Eclipse binder is okay. The pockets are good. They don't stick together. They don't rip when you flip through the cards, etc., or when you insert them and take them out. And that's always important because, when you trade cards, you want to pull them out and show them, etc. The seams are good, so there's nothing I can complain about. The smell was okay. I know people like to complain about the plastic smell when they get a fresh binder, and that happens sometimes with the cheaper ones, but the Ultra Pro smell just fine. The one big complaint I have here is the strap. In an open binder like this one that doesn't have a zipper, the strap is really the only thing that keeps the binder together, unless, put a heavy book on it or something. So the strap is really, really important for safety and for the overall quality of the binder. In my case, and I've seen this with others too, this is just way too loose. It flaps around, even as you can see here, it's not tight enough. I know it shouldn't be too tight in order to not squish the cards in the middle. But in my opinion, this is just not the quality I would expect from such an expensive open binder. I also find it way too bendy for what you pay for, especially considering, again, that the strap is way too loose, plus a bendy binder. That's a really bad mixture. Not everyone collects the same kind of trading cards, so here you can see I put all kinds of different trading card systems into the binder: Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, even Lorcana, Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it. They all fit nicely into this binder, so don't worry, whatever trading card system you play, they're gonna fit right inside this one. I think for what it is, it can pass with 1 point, but it was on the end. Let's talk quickly about durability and long-term usage. A binder needs to perform, quote unquote, outside of the house when you take it to a convention or go play at the local game store or friends, etc., outside of your home. I've had the Ultra Pro Eclipse binder for about 3 months now, and I used it inside and out. And the points I made in the quality category, they apply here too. Since the strap is so loose and since the binder itself is so bendy, When you put it into your backpack and get it out, put it back in, put it on a desk, whatever, lay it flat somewhere. Over time, your cards get shaken around quite a bit. Of course, we can argue that this is an issue with all open binders, which is why I always prefer a zippered one, but that's not the point here. The thing is, durability-wise, I would have wanted a bit more from such an expensive binder. The next thing I noticed were quite a few scratches, even after such a short amount of time, right? After a few months, even weeks to months. So the durability is okay, it passes the test just fine, but it's not really anything spectacular. This brings me right into the next category, which is the overall card safety you can expect from this binder. This does not have a zipper. Watch my binder comparison video if you want to know why I prefer zippers. But of course, an open binder can never achieve the 3 points I'm giving out here. By the way, why 3 points? Because card safety is the main feature a binder should fulfill. Hence, 3 points is, in my opinion, appropriate. The cards are okay when it comes to, being in the sleeves. The sleeves are not too wide, so this is not a complete failure. But there are, nothing exceeds the standards here, I would say. It's fine as it is. But what I would like to show you here, once again, because someone commented underneath the binders review and comparison video, here you can see the binder when it has cards in it. You can see it from the side. And the more cards there are in it, the wider the entire binder is spread. Once again, this is due to the no zipper binder approach. Of course, you can't expect the world from a product like this. Just so you know, this is what happens. It's going to be more spread out the more cards you have in it. And of course, I do it. You probably do it too. Sometimes we like to put 2 cards into one of the sleeves, right? And that's going to squish it and, make it even bigger than it was before. The biggest issue I have with the Ultra Pro Eclipse binder is the price. For 20 to 25 euros / dollars / whatever equivalent currency you use, is just way too expensive for what you get. Consider this, you can purchase for 10 bucks less, you can purchase a zippered no-name binder online and perhaps offline in your local game store. That's gonna protect your cards even better. It doesn't have the brand name, but then again, this is exactly what's happening here. You're paying for the brand name. The Ultra Pro, I am a big fan of their top loaders and their sleeves. However, and deck boxes, etc., they're good, but the binders are just overpriced. Again, I'm not being sponsored by Ultra Pro. I'm not being mean to them because I enjoy their other products. But in this case, I think this binder is overpriced for what you get. Let's be honest, the price is always the most important to us, besides the card safety usually. So this is once again a category scored out of 3. In my opinion, this gets a 0 because this is just way too much money for what you get if you can get it on discount. I'm going to say it as it is. If you can purchase this for as much or less than a no-name or generic binder, you can do that. It's okay quality, the durability is fine, but for what you pay for at MSRP, the Ultra Pro Eclipse it's too expensive. Thank you so much for watching, it means a lot to me. If you enjoy this, please click like and subscribe so the algorithm picks up my videos a bit more. We can quickly skip through the other features section. There's nothing here, nothing to see. It doesn't have any zippers, not waterproof or anything, so nothing to see here. Let's talk about design. Design is always subjective. And let's be honest, most people are concerned more with the cards inside than what's on the outside. And that's fine. However, if you're like me, you like to present your binders on your cupboard or whatever, or your desk. So I do appreciate good or clean designs. The Ultra Pro Eclipse binders come in a variety of different colors. On the other hand, those are all just monocolors. I like it because I like the simplicity of it, but others who would, like to see, some more flashy designs, they will be disappointed. And what I have to say is that, at least online and what I found in stores, the colors besides the black cost more. So watch out when you go out and buy it or use one of my links. Check out what color you like and whether it still fits your budget. Whether you like the Ultra Pro branding on the binder or not is up to you. It's there, but that's nothing new. Other brands do the same unless you purchase one of the generic binders online. I'd say this is 1 out of 2 for the multitude of colors, but in the end, it's a binder. You're probably wondering, so what about alternatives? This one is the Ultra Pro Eclipse we've been looking at so far, and this one is a no-name brand I found on Amazon for much cheaper. And as you can see from afar, there's not much difference, to be honest. By the way, I have reviewed this one in a different video. Don't get me wrong, the Ultra Pro feels kind of valuable in comparison to the cheaper one, but then again, it's almost twice the price. If I had to choose one of these, I would go probably with the cheaper one because we can get zippered binders for the same price as the Ultra Pro Eclipse. But if you like the Ultra Pro quality and you have more of these, and you, for example, I enjoy that too, have the same type of binder, multiple of them, if I display them next to each other. In that case, the Ultra Pro is a good choice. I just want to point out there are alternatives. You find them below in the links, and now you know they're there. Now that you've seen a lot about the Ultra Pro Eclipse, what's the verdict? I guess every YouTuber hopes that their review is going to be that raging 5-star review, and they can say, hey, click my link, buy, and now it's just an amazing product. I wish this were the case, but let's be honest, it's not. 6 out of 15 points just brings it into my it's an okay kind of buy territory. Of course, if you can buy this for below 20 euros, dollars, whatever equivalent, this is a 7 out of 15 because the price is not as bad anymore. But again, I was kind of disappointed when I got it. I think it's way too bendy. It doesn't protect your cards, but that's also just, that's just part of the design of this kind of binder. Who is this product for though? Let's assume for a moment you got this for at least 20% below MSRP, and then that makes it an okay price. Then the Ultra Pro Eclipse is great for casual home use. Let's say you have a bunch of cards, older cards, you don't care about that much, they're not super expensive. You just have them laying around, you put them into the binder, you put that on the shelf or whatever, then that's fine. That's exactly what this binder was made for. The other alternative is you have kids, right? Let's face it, you have kids at home and we want to give them some cards to, just play around, collect, get started, etc. And that's super nice and all. But we also know that when you give them a zipper binder that's super heavy, like the Vault X ones, for example, they're heavy, right? Or one of those, top loader binders, they're heavy. The Ultra Pro Eclipse is super lightweight. That's a pro. They can put it into the backpack or whatever, go play with friends. Perfect for that. Also, let's be honest, no one has time, to open zippers and then they break off the zipper, etc. So if you have one of those at home, so to speak, the Ultra Pro Eclipse will be just fine for that. Last but not least, of course, if you're a vendor and go to trade shows, etc., and you want to display your cards, one of these binders can be good. You can flip it open. It doesn't, fall shut again and again. It's fine, to flip through, etc. In my opinion, those are the 3 use cases I can think of for this binder. Once again, 6 to 7 out of 15 sounds awful, but it's not that bad of a product. It's just that the price-value ratio is not there. You can find way cheaper alternatives. If you want Ultra Pro though, and you can find it for MSRP, go ahead. It's not a bad product. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to buy this one, please consider using my links below, and here you'll find some more alternatives.